I always, when I was growing up, I loved listening to motivational speakers in high school. I loved listening to books, podcasts, whatever it may be. I just ate it all up. I loved having guest speakers come into our classrooms. Football coaches would bring in guest speakers. I was very privileged to have a lot of guest speakers come into my life and become my mentors throughout my latter years of high school. One of the things that they always said that really bothered me was they would say, somebody would ask a question and be like, well, if I want to end up like, let's say, for example, they're a professional football player. If I want to be like you and have a career and be at the top of my career, what do I need to do? They a lot of times would answer, you need to be deeply passionate about what you do. And that answer always sat wrong with me. And it wasn't until about 2021 I finally understood how to go a step beyond. And I want to share my secret sauce with you guys. I don't mean secret sauce as in like I have it all figured out, but this is what worked for me, and maybe it can resonate with some of you guys. When people tell me to find their passion, it's super, super abstract. It's like, okay, what's my passion? Like, what am I passionate about? Like, that's younger folks are always trying to figure out what they're passionate about. And honestly, that's 90% of the battle. Once you can identify what you're passionate about, you can continue to refine and get better and better at your craft to become that top 1% of your field. So when these athletes or when these people would say, "Oh, you just need to be super passionate," I figured out for myself what my passion was, and luckily I stumbled upon it. I love video creation. I love building an audience. I love building a brand. That's why I'm one at my dream job working for Meet Kevin, helping build what are going to be absolutely massive companies. But he's also allowed me to do things like this podcast, which I really appreciate. Even if nobody watches it, it's a way for me to have a creative outlet that can still build a brand around. So I'm really grateful for that. Anyways, I was always thinking my whole life, like, how to identify what's my passion? Because you'd always hear that answer: follow your passion, do your passion, follow your dreams. Where's your dreams? So how to identify my passion? And my answer is actually pretty simple. It's not as profound as you might think. It's quite simply, what do you lose sleep over? And not lose sleep like, oh, I have this idea, I'm tossing and turning in my brain, I'm in my bed, like I can't sleep. It's, what are you willing to lose sleep for? For example, I would stay up until 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning sometimes. Maybe not 4, but 3 was an often occurrence. When I was first starting to make YouTube videos, I would stay up till 3 in the morning scripting, editing, and posting a YouTube video, and then have to wake up for work at 6, 5:30, 6, and go about my normal job. But I did not feel like time passed at all. I loved working on YouTube videos. And then guess what? I would do it the very next day. So quite simply, I was like, this is what I'm passionate about. Like, I had no idea that I loved making YouTube videos, but that's what I would lose sleep over. There's very few things that I like. Sleep is one of those things that it's like every human needs a couple of things: food, water, sleep. Like, there's a couple of basic necessities of life. And if you're like, sleep is one of them that you can skimp out a little bit on it and still survive and continue. If you like skimp out on food, then your energy is going to be gone. It's kind of difficult. But sleep is one of those things that it's like a creature comfort. It's not really a comfort. It's like a necessity we have. But those who give up sleep, you can see something different. And when I mean give up sleep, I don't mean like partying, video games. Take any successful person: Elon Musk, Kobe Bryant. They always talk about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, waking up at 4 in the morning, being in the gym 5 hours before the game. They always talk about sacrificing some quantity of sleep in order to be where they're at. Kobe Bryant, we'd always hear gym 4:30, 5:30, whatever. We'd hear that he'd be in the gym super early in the morning. Elon Musk, he's sleeping on the factory floor. He's even present day tweeting, didn't go to sleep till 2 o'clock, didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock, because Elon Musk might be an anomaly because he has so much he's doing, but nonetheless, he's passionate about the missions that his companies are taking over. So to me, you can identify a passion with, what are you losing sleep over? If you want to be a professional athlete and you're passionate about that, you're working out 10, 11 p.m. p.m. at night, you're working out at 4 or 5 in the morning. You're losing sleep over something because you love it so much. You're willing to sacrifice those 2 hours of sleep. So although super simple, it is not for the faint of heart, and it is something quite difficult to do, to wake up to your alarm 2 hours earlier than all your peers. But again, that's what's going to make you different, and that's how you find what you're passionate about. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys regarding passion. Very important if you want to be in the top level. Some people don't care to be in the top level of what they're doing, and that's completely okay. Do what's best tailored to your personality. But I have a lot of friends that come up to me and be like, man, how do you keep going? Like, how do you have the motivation to get that little sleep and to keep working and to build these projects on top of everything? And that's because like I love it. Like it doesn't feel like I'm up working on these emails and getting these podcasts edited till 1 or 2 in the morning almost every day this week. I don't think there's a day this week that I went to bed before 12:30, maybe 1. That's not to compare, but I love what I do so much that it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. And that's a lot of my friends are like, man, I wish I could do that. Like I just feel deeply that they haven't found what they're passionate about. But you can't find what you're passionate about unless you're trying. And we're going to jump right into, because that's a beautiful transition into what we're going to talk about next. But I just want to wrap this up. In my world, I can see who's passionate about something if they're losing sleep over it. If somebody's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go for a run, wow, they're passionate about fitness. That's something that they really want to do, or they're passionate about a different goal that's deeper than that. Whatever it may be, those who lose sleep for something are generally passionate about it. Even it came to mind, maybe a single parent working in the household, they have to work 2 jobs. They have to wake up super early, stay up super late at night. Um, well, like they're obviously very passionate about having their kids, hoping their kids have a good future. So it's just one of those things. I don't want to say it as a fact, but in my opinion, it's starting to look like a common denominator amongst successful individuals, is they don't really care about sleep all that much. So again, sleep is important. I'm not encouraging people to go without sleep, but once you find something you love, you're willing to lose sleep over it. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. I got a lot of really good feedback from the executive club members about this email. And again, if you guys haven't joined the executive club membership and you just want like motivational or inspiring emails, sometimes they're funny, go ahead and just drop your email down below. It's completely free. And I want to get as many people as I can selfishly, because I love working and finding ways to share different ways to bring value to your guys' life.